Hey everybody, Roscoe Drabousky here of the Caldwell Banker Realty Group. I have a great friend here with us today. This is Wilson Miller from the Source Mortgage Group. And today we're going to be debunking the top 5 myths that I hear all the time from my customers when it comes to their mortgages. Wilson, great to have you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing excellent today. How are you?
Good.
Cool. Okay, so I got these 5 questions. I'm sure you hear them all the time. But do we actually need 20% down to buy a home?
That's not true, Roscoe. We have programs for first-time home buyers where you can get in the house for as little as 3% down. Then you have an FHA loan for as little as 3.5% down. USDA and VA, 0% down.
Wow, that is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We also offer down payment assistance.
Right.
Where the state of Colorado will cover your down payment. And you only have to come to the table with your closing costs. In a lot of those cases, if negotiated, you might get into that home for as little as $1,000 out of pocket.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and again, this is not something that's going to be available to everybody, so every situation is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important thing is when you're getting ready to shop for this home, speak with this lender, look at your situation. They're going to be able to guide you and get you through the process and find out what's going to work for you. Again, Wilson here, he takes care of all my clients. He really does a great job and helps us find these options for these people who are sometimes challenged. So
That's it.
yeah. All right, we have a second question now. This is another one that I get. Do you really need a really good credit score to get a home?
Credit scores. A lot of people are concerned about their credit score. I'll tell you right now, you can get into a conventional loan with as low as 660,
Wow.
okay, which is about your national average right now. So it's a myth needing that 740 plus,
Okay.
right? Then FHA and some of these government loans, VA again, or USDA, as low as your credit score can be as low as a 580 in a lot of cases.
Okay.
So don't let a credit score deter you from applying for a home loan. Speak to a lender. We will dig into your personal situation, find out what the best fit for you is program-wise. And a lot of times, again, don't let what you think or you're speculating on your credit score being is holding you up from making this investment.
Okay, so following up on that, one of the important things is if you do have a credit challenge, a lot of lenders, especially like Wilson here, he's going to be able to work with you with those credit challenges and get you a plan that's going to work through any of those issues you may have to get you ready and prepared for the time when it is when you are ready to get that mortgage.
That's correct. That's correct. We will walk you through your credit report, give you some free advice on how to get that up. The whole idea is to fill out a loan application, speak to a lender. There's no cost, no obligation to any of
Most
this.
importantly, yeah.
Let's get your family a plan and find out what the best fit is so you can be comfortable and confident in the market.
Yeah, you got to go to the experts. Find a team that works for you, that gets and understands your situation, and let them plan and help you get to the place you need to be. You're not going to find out unless you ask. So
Correct.
reach out anytime, and we'll make sure we can get those answers for you.
Yep.
The other question I get all the time, well, not all the time, but this actually has been coming up a lot lately, especially with the way the market's been shifting with renting, is renting cheaper than buying?
Well, that's a tough one, Roscoe.
I hear it, I know it.
It's a little more complex of a question. The fact is, your rent on a monthly scale might be lower than what you're looking at in the mortgage. Now, are you actually saving money? Rent is 100% interest.
Exactly, yes.
Okay? Rent is just like lighting your money on fire.
You're literally throwing it away. Having someone else build their equity and get rich off of your back.
That's correct. Now, paying a mortgage, you might see your mortgage is higher than your rent. A portion of that mortgage payment is going towards your equity every month, right?
Yep,
Not a portion of your rent going back to you at all.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Also, the home you're buying is an investment.
Right.
It's appreciating in value.
Yep.
So with the little chunk coming out of your mortgage payment going towards your equity,
Yep.
your home is also appreciating in value as an investment.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
Those are things that will, if you factor those in, your rent is actually costing you more money.
Oh, for sure in the long run. I like to tell my clients it's kind of like a forced payment plan or a forced savings account. A lot of times when you're renting, you have your disposable income, you're going to go and spend it. But when you're making this mortgage payment, you know that is building wealth for you. It's actually the #1 way for Americans to grow and build financial freedom and wealth, generational wealth for their family, is through home ownership, especially the way homes have been appreciating here in Colorado over the last 5 years through the pandemic. It was up at, I think, 42% was the last thing I heard over the last 5 years, which is like practically unheard of in recent times. But again, this is where you want to be. You want to be trying to put your money to work for you, not against you, and throwing it away and burning it. Great answer. Thanks for breaking that down, because I do know that when you look at your $1,800 a month rent and your $3,200 a month mortgage, you think that maybe this isn't something that makes sense, but it's a long-term play.
It really is, and again, that's why it's a free education to talk to us.
Yep.
You know?
All right, the next question or myth that I hear all the time is applying for a mortgage is going to hurt my credit score. Is that actually true?
No, that's a hot button topic.
Okay.
Everybody, are you gonna pull my credit?
Okay.
Well, the fact is, guys, a hard credit pull, a hard inquiry will take points off your credit score. Now, there's a thing called a soft credit pull that we are all capable of doing. Ask your lender if you are concerned about a hit on your credit score. Ask your lender to do a soft credit pull.
Interesting.
Now that will give us enough information to get you and your family a plan, put you in the right program, and at least work towards your homeownership goals.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, another one, debunked, so it's not going to impact you that much. How much? A few points?
A hard credit pull might affect you by 3 to 5 points.
Okay, nothing.
And then a soft credit pull, there is no hard inquiry at all.
Awesome. Great. Okay, and our last Okay, and our last myth that needs to be debunked today, is it better to put off buying now and waiting until these interest rates come down again?
Man, we've been hearing this one a lot over the last year, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
I will wait till the interest rates come down. Well, so is everybody else.
That's the key.
At every percentage, the interest rates drop. There's about 5 million buyers that hit the market.
Wow, okay.
Now, as we've seen in the last, 3 months, rates have crept down.
Yeah.
Applications are up 35%.
Wow.
We're already in multiple offer situations in a lot of homes.
Yep.
Don't let that deter you. We still do have some buying power out there.
Right.
Depending on the home, depending on the location, depending on your realtor and negotiation skills, we still have the ability to get some concessions.
Oh, that's awesome.
But my point being is applications are up 40%, 35, 40%. We're already seeing multiple offers.
Yep.
If you're waiting for those rates to drop even further,
Yep.
where do you think that's gonna go?
Exactly.
Guys, you're gonna pay more for the house,
Right.
quite literally, with lower interest rates.
Right.
I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's true.
It's simple supply and demand, right? So more demand's coming into the market, it's gonna push the price up, right? The more people enter, now we're, like you said earlier, we're gonna be outbidding, we're gonna get into all the craziness that we had the last couple of years. We have spring approaching, that's another thing. People are gonna be, kids are out of school. The market will start picking up, people will start coming back in, and it doesn't really make sense to overpay or potentially get knocked out. So a great example is, Wilson here approves you for $700,000. By waiting 6 months, that home you want might now have over appreciated due to the fact that there's competition. So it's not appreciation, but it's actually outbidding. Now that home's maybe $750, and you just lost out because we waited 4 or 5 months.
Yeah,
so we
for a
don't-
lower interest rate.
For a lower interest rate that may or may not come.
Well, here's the thing. You marry the house, you date the rate.
Exactly.
There's a refinance right around the corner.
Yep.
If the rates drop, you're already in the home at 700 per your example.
Yep.
You're not paying 725 in a competitive market situation,
Exactly.
750. Okay, 750 at 5.5% versus 700 at 7. That's the same exact thing,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So marry the house, date the rate, get in the house,
Right.
then refinance your rate.
Awesome. Well, there you go. That was the 5 myths that I hear commonly about home ownership and trying to apply for a mortgage. I hope those answers helped you guys out. Again, I am Roscoe Drabousky from the Coldwell Banker Group. This is Wilson Miller from the Source Mortgage Group, and we are happy to help you guys anytime. Reach out. Our contact info is going to be below. Have a great one.
Have a good one, guys.